In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a voice AI agent that is able to make unlimited outbound calls and calling leads on autopilot. I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step complete guide on how to build a system like this completely from scratch live. And of course, if you do want this completely free AI prompt, template, everything I use and going to build in this video, it's going to be available in the link in the description down below, completely for free. If you don't already know me, my name is Ashton. I've been helping business owners implement voice AI systems and AI solutions into their business to save time, cut costs, and drive growth. Without further ado, let's get straight into building the system. All right, the first thing that we need to create this voice AI agent is going to be a form. Now, in this case, I'm going to be using Go High Level to create this form, but if you are using, Wix, WordPress, a website builder, we're going to need a form to then be able to send via a webhook to create an outbound call. And then we're going to be using Retell AI to create a voice AI agent to converse with the customer. So first of all, again, I'm using Go High Level to create a form. So you're going to need a platform that allows you to create a form and then a way in sending that information via webhook to make. But yeah, essentially, let's get into it. So first of all, I'm just going to pick a form right here. We can just do a generic contact us form right here. Again, in this example, I'm going to be using a real estate agency, but it could really just be any business, as businesses really need those things. But yeah, this could be, an appraisal or a free appraisal form right here. So this is all we really need to do, but we just need to make sure that we have the unique key so then we can map it back in. So again, I'll just create this form and I'll just name it, demo up here. Click save on that. Go to back, and now once we have created that form, so whenever someone submits that form, we're going to need to send it via webhook to make.com. So first of all, I'm just going to go over to the workflow list, which is essentially an automation, software or automation section within High Level, so we can then go ahead and create an outbound form. So I'm just going to click start from scratch, and I'll show you exactly how I can build this automation. So first of all, head over and create a form. So when form is submitted, we'll do form is, select forms, contact us form right there, and click save. And then from there, we're going to need to send that information via webhook. So we'll do custom webhook, and then we're going to need a URL in this case. So now we need to go head over to make, and we can start building this automation to then create an outbound phone call by Retell. All right, so I'm in make right now. This is this platform I'm going to be using. This is the automation platform I'm going to be using. So just go ahead and click create new scenario. And the first module we're going to need, which is a webhook right here. So custom webhook. So again, triggering as soon as it has data to trigger that workflow. And we'll just name it Go High Level to Retell webhook. All right, click save on that. And from there, now we have that webhook address that we can now copy and send over to Go High Level. So paste that in right there, and then that should be all good to go. Now we're going to need to customize this a little bit to make sure that we send the right information. So first of all, I'm going to add one more thing, which is also going to be on the form. So again, making sure that this information is sending over via webhook. So contact, we'll just go to contact. If you remember, that is going to be that custom value in that form right there. So now it's going to be sending whatever they put in that description. In this case, it could be an appraisal. They could be sending their house type or whatever, right? So yeah, right. So these are going to be the custom values that we need within inside this webhook. So of course, we've got the ID, which is the contact ID. I've got High Level, we've got the name. Obviously, this is going to be all the information that they've just filled out via the form. We've got the contact phone number, which is in raw format, which we need to make sure that it's in raw format. So again, if you are using Go High Level, again, you can sign up for a completely free 30-day trial as well with Go High Level. You're going to need to make sure you have this variable right here to allow the voice AI agent to use that international country code format to then make that call. So that's really important that we have that variable within here. And then we're also going to need the contact.your message, which is essentially going to be this message within inside this form right here. So those are all the variables that we're going to be using within inside the JSON format. And of course, I will leave this JSON in the link in the description below with everything that I'm building. So now we can go ahead and test and establish this connection as well. All right, so we can go ahead and click run once. So now this make.com webhook is activated, and then we can go ahead and fill out this form. So you can just put looking to sell condo, apartment, or say no, looking to sell condo, right? That's going to obviously give a reason for the AI to, to use within inside its prompt and conversation, and then obviously name, email, and all of that. So again, we'll go ahead and click send, and then we can see that make should receive this information. Perfect, boom. So right here, we've got the phone number, which is in raw format, the email, the name, and then also the reason as well. So now what we need to do is we need to create an outbound phone call. So we can just go ahead and use the module within inside Retell AI. And then we're going to need to do create a phone call. So create a new outbound phone call. And then obviously you're going to need a connection to Retell AI. So just go ahead and click add. And then you're going to need an API key. So I'll just quickly show you how to get that. So go back over to Retell AI. Again, making sure you're in the dashboard. Come over, click add key, API key. Give it a name, click create, and then come over to make and paste that information, paste that key into here, and then your account should be all good and connected. And then we're gonna need a few other things to actually create this outbound phone call. So you're gonna need a number that is connected and that is from Retell AI. Now I won't get into too much detail on exactly how to create and connect the number, but Retell AI actually have an in-depth comprehensive doc on how to connect your Twilio account, which is a platform that allows us to buy online numbers, and connect it to Retell AI via SIP trunking. So if you do want to do that, go over to Twilio, buy a number, and then come back to this doc right here, and then you can also connect your number to Retell AI. So once you've done that, you'll then have a number to paste in right here. Again, I've already bought a number, so I'm going to go ahead and go back over to phone number, paste this in, and then paste it right there. So again, that's going to be the number, and then the to number, which is going to be the contacts or the client's number in this case, which is going to be that raw phone number that we need. So again, this needs to be in international country code format. As I'm in Australia, it's going to be +61. So we'll just put that in right there. And then the override agent ID, which is going to be the agent ID of the voice AI agent. So to actually do that, we're going to go ahead and click agents, create an agent. Again, this is what we're going to be doing. Single prompt agent, and then just start from blank right there. And then from there, that is going to be that agent ID up there. Again, we're going to name it because I'm going to come back to this dashboard right here. We'll just do real estate agent, and then we'll do outbound. And then just click save right there, and then copy that agent ID and then paste it in there. So now we have all the things to create that phone call. And then finally, we're going to need some other dynamic variables. Again, this is not really necessary, but I love to do this, so it gives the AI agent a more conversational and personalized conversation towards the customer. So we can see all we have to do is click add variables, and then it's going to need a key and a value. So I'm going to add 3 variables right now. So first, obviously, I'm going to do the name and then the value. Again, just dragging that information that we have from the webhook. Then I'll do email. So again, this is going to be feeded towards the AI phone call on each conversation to make it personalized for the person. Then we'll do reason. So again, the reason why they're reaching out. So again, the AI can actually use the reason that they're reaching out within inside its conversation. And I'll show you how that actually works within Retell. So yeah, now this should be all good to go. So if we go ahead and come back over to Retell, we're now going to need a prompt and then also a function to be able to, book in appraisal appointments and those things. So yeah, let's get into the prompt right now. We'll be pasting in a prompt that I've already pre-built because it would just take way too long for me to just write out this entire prompt. And of course, if you do want this prompt, it'll be completely for free using the free resources that I provide you in the link in the description. So the first thing of our prompt is going to be the role of the AI agent. So again, I love to start out with the role, letting the AI know its role and its task within inside inside the conversation. So you can see your role. You are Alex, a professional and friendly and efficient scheduling coordinator for, Pinnacle Reality. Again, just a made up name, made up real estate name in this demo. And then I've said your primary goal is to assist homeowners who have experienced interest in understanding their property's current market value. So again, using that form, for example, booking a free appraisal of your property, and then your tone should be warm, helpful, and professional. And then from there, we are going to need a few other variables, which is going to make the conversation more personalized. So you can see right here, I'm going to paste in some of these variables and quickly make sure that it's all good. So again, we've got the current time, which it is right now. So the current time that the AI agent was in. In this case, I'm in Australia, in Brisbane. So that's going to be my current time. And of course, if you're in US, you would just do like, America, sorry. And then maybe like LA or wherever you're from, right? So again, I'm going to be using Australia because that's where I'm from. But yeah, and then also down here we have the lead information. So this is really important. Again, this is how we're able to customize the conversation using these dynamic variables within Make right here. So we can see right here, because the key and the value is name, email, and reason, we are simply just able to put in those dynamic variables, again, using the curly brackets. So using those double curly brackets right there to then create a dynamic variable. So each time it's made an outbound call, it's going to be already populated with those leads information. We have the task of the AI agent. Now this section is going to be the longest task and the longest section of our prompt to let the AI agent know its task within the conversation and specifically how to handle it. So again, I'm just pasting in this prompt that I've already built because these prompts do take a fairly long time to make to customize the AI agent and customize the conversation. So again, right here, I've reinstated its primary task to contact leads who have inquired online, qualify them, and then schedule a free, no obligation property appraisal with one of our local agents. And I said you must follow these 5 steps in order. Again, I like to use a step-by-step process to guide the AI agent through the conversation. And then from there, I've said greet the lead by name, introduce yourself, as in this case, I'll put Alex. So you can just say greet the lead and introduce yourself as Alex from Pinnacle Reality, right there. And then there, confirm the reason for your call, referencing the online inquiry. So you can see right here, I'm going to reference this online inquiry. So I've said, hi, dynamic variable, which is going to be their name. So when they've submitted this form right here, it's going to be their name that they've used. Sorry, wrong form. It's going to be the name that they've used within inside this form. Again, it's going to be using that dynamic variable. It's going to say, for example, hi, Ashton. In this case, my name is Alex, calling from Pinnacle Reality. I'm just following up on the request you made for our free property appraisal for your property, which is the reason. So we can go right here. I'm just following up on the request you made for our website, free appraisal for your property. And then we're going to need to customize it. And then we can quickly customize this conversation, again, using that dynamic variable. We can just say, hi, Ashton, in this case, my name is Alex, calling from Pinnacle Reality. I'm just following up on a request you made on our website, regarding, and then we can just put reasons. So now whenever, again, this is going to be the first message of the agent whenever the user speaks. So whatever information they put in here, it's then going to reference that within its conversation. So it's just acting like a human, as if they've just seen the information that's gone out on the form. And then from there, we're going to need to qualify the lead. Again, this is really useful with inside, an example like a real estate agency to qualify and make sure the customer is fit for their services. So again, just adding some prompt engineering, asking, are you the registered property owner? Are you considering selling property 6 to 12 months? And then has the property been appraised by another agent? And then from there, if it does adhere to that criteria, it's then going to move on to the check availability. And from there, if the lead qualifies, offer to book a complimentary appraisal, and then it's going to ask for their preferred day and time. And then from there, use the check availability tool. So this is going to be the first tool that we're using within inside this example. And I'll just show you how to create this tool right after this prompt. So again, using the check availability tool to find an open slot, and then you always must check times in the future. So making sure that it's referencing that dynamic variable, the time zone where it's currently at, which is in Australia and Brisbane, and always making sure that it's checking availability for the future. And then from there, if their preferred time is taken, use the check availability tool again. I like to use quotation marks. in this example, to find the next available slot, suggesting a time on the same day and then the following day. Then you must successfully run this tool and get a confirmation of an available slot before moving to the next step. So again, making sure it's confirming that there is an available time, and then if there's not, it's going to use the tool again to then find the available slots. And then from there, it's going to be using the next step, which is booking the appraisal. So once a suitable time is agreed upon, confirm the details of the booking, confirm you have the full name, property address, and an email, and then verbally confirm it in a natural and easy to understand format. And then I've just given the AI an example in there. And then after they've run the book appraisal tool with the inputs, and then make sure they've confirmed the time. So yeah, that's all the steps. Again, 5 steps in that process on how to conduct the conversation. So the AI agent is going to be following these 5 steps every single time when conducting the conversation. From there, I'm just going to be adding in a context, so reinstating the context of the AI agent. So again, making sure the AI agent knows its context within the recording. Sorry, I'll just move my camera quickly so you can see the full prompt. So yeah, making sure the AI agent understands the context. So for example, we're just letting it know that it is calling leads that have requested, a free appraisal or property appraisal. I'll just put that in there. Appraisal. Let's say come. So yeah, then I've added the context. So I'm just letting the AI agent know the context within its speaking. So letting the AI agent know the context of the conversation. So I've just said again, this AI agent is designed to provide immediate and effective follow-up for online leads who have requested a property appraisal. By engaging potential clients quickly, the AI agent aims to convert interest into a scheduled in-person appointment. So again, letting the AI agent know its context. And then finally, one of the last things we have, which is an example conversation. So again, I've already built out this prompt. So yeah, an example conversation is really useful to let the AI agent know, one, how to follow the conversation in a real world example, 2, how to use tools within the conversation. So we can see right here, I've referenced, check availability tool, book appointment tool. So letting the AI agent know when to run the tool. And then finally, it's also really good for making sure the AI agent stays on track. So if someone just starts talking about random things, it's going to use this example conversation to stay on track in real time. So we can see right here, I've added, an example variable. Whenever someone calls, I've just said, hi, my name is Alex, reaching out from Pinnacle Property for your free property appraisal. So again, if we go back to here, we can just go ahead and paste this in. This is going to be the first message that it sends right here. And from there, yes, that's fine. And then making sure we have the tools right there, just making sure this is all good before we demo it. So yeah, should be all good to go. And then yeah, from there, one final last thing is the notes. So just simple notes of the AI agent. Again, I like to add this in to every voice AI agent that I use. So again, using everyday conversational language, keeping the responses short and natural, between 2 to 3 sentences max, and then using their name throughout the conversation as well. So yeah, this is going to be the complete prompt that we're using. Again, quite a comprehensive and detailed prompt just to make sure these AI agents are, performing at the top of their capabilities as well. So yeah, again, we're going to be using the user speaks first method. If you were to do user speaks, I speak first, you can actually customize your message. You can put name, so you can do like, hello, is this name? Actually, we'll do this, right? So just to show the power of, customizing the conversation. So now each time it calls, it's going to say, hello, is this name, right? And then they can say, yes, it is, right? So yeah, that's exactly how you can use dynamic variables, but yeah, we'll just use user speaks first. So whenever they speak, the AI agent is then going to speak after they speak, obviously. Yeah, and then from there, we're going to need the function. So again, this is the last part of the AI agent. Now that we've got the prompt, we do need the functions to be able to check availability within a calendar system and then also book an appointment. And then I'll go ahead and demo everything at the end to make sure it works. So again, adding a function in here. Again, you can add a custom function. I have a video, on adding custom functions within Retell. on my channel as well. But for this demo, it's just showing the capabilities and purpose of calling leads via form and an automation. But again, I'll just be using cal.com. Perfectly shows how it can connect and connect to a calendar and check availability. So again, I'll add this tool right here, and it just really makes it really simple within Retell AI to show the capabilities of a demo, to check availability, and do all those sorts of things. So again, name is going to be check availability, making sure that name is the exact same within the prompt right here within Retell. Description, again, when the user asks for availability, check availability on the calendar and provide the available slots. And then from here, we're going to need 3 other things. So we're going to need the API key from cal.com. And of course, in a real world scenario, we will be using the businesses and clients calendar system, but this is a perfect example to show how to create these outbound calls and connect them to a system like cal.com. So again, you're going to go ahead and go over to cal.com and then sign up or log in if you've already got an account. Again, cal.com is just a scheduling software that we can use to create appointments. So let's go over to cal.com. And then we can now create a new event type. So again, I've already got an event type scheduled in for this demo, which is named Free Property Appraisal. So we can go right here and yeah, we're in the booking right now. So of course, we're going to need the event ID. So I'll quickly show you what that looks like inside the URL. So yeah, the event ID is going to be this number right here that you need up the top in your browser. So the numbers following after that slash after the event types. Come back to Retell AI, put that in here. And they're also going to need an API key. And I'll just quickly change my time zone, which is going to be Australia/Brisbane. And then yeah, we're going to need the API key as well. So yeah, again, if we just go ahead and go over to settings, go to API keys, click add. I'll just do demo test, save, copy, and then we'll go back over to Retell and then just click paste right here, save. Right there, it's now going to be able to check availability, and then we'll do the exact same thing for booking an appointment. So again, really simple in this case, just using cal.com as the demo to book the appointment. Again, I'll paste in that API key that we just had, come back over to our bookings, event type, sorry. Making sure we've got that number right there. Paste that in and changing it to slash. All right, sweet. And then just cutting out that right there to make sure that the name is the exact same in the prompt. All right, so that should be all good to go. We'll go ahead and click save, invalid time zone. Sorry, I've just added a space. That's why it said that. I've added a space after that. All right, now it should be all good to go ahead and check the appointment. So one last thing that I'm going to add is a knowledge base. So whenever someone asks any questions about in this case, it'll be pretty sure a buyer's agency in this case, or any information about the real estate company, we're going to need a knowledge base as well. So to do this, again, I've already got a knowledge base pre-configured, so I'll go ahead and add that in there. But then I'll show you how to add a knowledge base within Retell AI. So we can see if we just click add right here, we're going to need to add a document, and then we can upload the file. So upload whatever files you may need using that button right there, and then give it a name. And then yeah, it should show up inside that section. And yeah, you should be able to add that knowledge base right there. So yeah, that's exactly how you can create a voice AI agent to make those outbound calls via that simple make automation, and then go ahead and book it in for an appointment. Let's go ahead and test this agent right now. And just to make sure that's working, I'm going to go ahead and suggest a slot at 11 a.m. for an appointment, and then we can see how it's going to work. So first of all, let's go all the way back over to here into make, and then I'm going to fill out that form, and it should be able to create that phone call. And then yeah, it should call my number right now. So again, making sure this is all configured, clicking publish, and then outbound phone number, and then selecting the agent right now. So I'm pretty sure I already got something connected to it. So we go back to phone numbers. So yeah, I'm going to need to switch this around. So again, I'll put this over here. Again, making sure that agent is attached to that number within the section. Beautiful, right? Publish. So now it should be all good to go. And I'll go ahead and make sure this make automation is running to demo everything. Yeah, and I'll send out my details right here, and then hopefully you can see everything. So with there, I'll say looking to sell my apartment. So yeah, as soon as we click send, that automation should work, create that outbound phone call, and then contact Retell AI, and then from there, it's able to schedule appointments. So let's go ahead and click send real quick. All right, sweet. So you can see, click send. That information should get sent to Rake. All right, and then it should be calling our phone any moment. Beautiful. So right there, making that outbound call super quick. So let's answer it. Hello.
Boss, my name's Alex from Pinnacle Realty. I'm just following up on the request you made on our website for a free appraisal for your apartment. Is now a good time to chat for a minute?
Yeah, sure. Actually, yeah.
Great, thanks, Ashton. Just to make sure we can help you out, are you the registered owner of the apartment?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks for confirming. Are you thinking about selling your apartment in the next 6 to 12 months, or are you just curious about the current value?
Yeah, I am looking to sell. Actually, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. Has your apartment been appraised by another agent in the last 3 months?
No, it hasn't. This is the first time.
Thanks, Ashton. It sounds like a complimentary appraisal is a great next step for you. Do you have a preferred day or time for one of our local agents to come by? It usually takes about 20
Sure.
minutes.
Do you have any availability tomorrow at 11 a.m.?
Let me quickly check if we have an agent available for you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thanks for waiting, Ashton. It looks like our next available slot tomorrow is from 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Would that work for you?
Could we actually do 2 p.m.?
Let me check if we have an agent available for you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Good news, Ashton. We do have an agent available tomorrow between 2 o'clock and 3 p.m. Would you like to lock in 2 p.m. for your free appraisal?
Yeah, sure, yep.
Great. Just to make sure I have everything right, could you please confirm the address of the apartment you'd like appraised? And is ashtonboss47@gmail.com still the best email for you?
Yeah, so the address will be 123 Main Drive, and yeah, that email is the best email, so yeah, just use that.
Perfect. I'm locking in your free appraisal at 123 Main Drive for tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's all booked in for you, Ashton. You'll get an email from us shortly with all the details. Our local agent...
So yeah, you can see right there that it just automatically went ahead, booked the appointment, it checked that available slot, which I've already pre-filled. It made sure it checked that availability, and then it came back with an available slot, and then I said, look, no, 2 p.m. works, actually, and then right there, it's got, my name, and then it's also got that address right there, and then the description within cal.com. So if we just go back over to cal.com, again, cal.com is connected to Google Calendar if you're wondering why I'm using Google Calendar, but we can see, go over to bookings, and then we can see right here, if we just refresh, you can see right here that free property appraisal has been scheduled at 2 p.m. So yeah, that's essentially how you can create an outbound voice AI phone agent that's able to call these leads on autopilot every time they submit a form. Again, this is super useful for those businesses that get a ton of inbound calls, and often, they either have people on the phone, they're paying people on the phone, or they're doing it themselves, or they're not even worrying about it. So yeah, that's exactly how you can create that voice AI agent. Again, if you do want this AI agent prompt, this template, everything that I've used within this video, feel free to download the completely free blueprint in the link in the description below. And of course, if you are a business owner and you are looking to implement a system just like this, whether you want to save time, cut costs, or drive growth within your business, or you've just got any questions about AI. So yeah, feel free to book a free discovery call in the link in the description if you are a business owner. But yeah, without further ado, that'll be it for today, and I'll see you in the next video.